Bakken is now flat WTI. There is no discount. And Eagle Ford discounts are much less, anywhere between $5 to $15 where you are. And WTI has been, yes, last week was $7, but on average, $3, $4 below Brent. So the big advantage hasn't taken place, and the Latin American refineries are slowly coming in. This is not going to stop, but the big move which we've seen in the United States on the product side, I think it was a 2012-13 story. I see that fundamentally coming to an end. Now, the U.S. refineries are the best in the world, the highest quality, but I see substantial closures taking place in the East Coast and the West Coast. Gulf Coast would do better because they have still access to exports. But generally, we see 2 million barrels per day of refining closures in the U.S. by 2020. So what happens is that the Europeans shut down a lot. Now the Americans escaped it. But it is not a permanent escape. The fundamentals, the demand is going down and your sources will dry. The source of demand will dry. So you have to shut down. There's no other way around it. So this is a view about what's happening in different parts of the world, but much more changes will come in the U.S. And the idea of the U.S. being the global exporter of products is only a major flash in the pan last year, and it will be much smaller post 2015 and 16, although the U.S. will not suffer as bad as the Europeans did. The Europeans now are like a country's person stuck between 4 trucks. The Russians are now exporting 600,000 barrels per diesel to Europe. U.S., several 100,000 barrels per diesel. India, Asia, and now the new Middle East refineries are going to pour in there. So very tough environment for them. The U.S. much better than that. But still, you can't escape the situation that your demand is going down. You have too much capacity. This is the other part. Now, what happens? Does it impact the price of oil? It has a very strange impact. In the old days, when I was studying the oil market with Guy Caruso 100 years ago, we were told that whenever the price of oil goes up, it's very bad for the refining business. Nowadays, it's not true. High oil prices are good for the refining business. Why? Because the high price of oil expands the differentials between